Welcome back to the Cossy Arsenal channel. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. Arsenal set to announce the first two deals of the summer as Andre Bata and Mikel Arteta continue to work on a couple of other deals. As well, the Alexander Isak story is back. Liverpool and Arsenal are both still willing to try on Alexander Isak. Newcastle are saying anyone who wants to negotiate 150 million. Is this a deal Arsenal should do? Let me know in the comment box below. Should Arsenal try for Alexander Isak? One of the best centre forwards in the world right now, can play on the left wing, can play on the right wing as well. Very talented, really proven. Should Arsenal commit 150 million on Alexander Isak? And as well, Arsenal interested in signing Signins as one of the players that could actually replace Thomas Partey. I want your opinion on this as well. Should Arsenal sign an attacking midfielder if Thomas Partey leaves, or should we sign a defensive midfielder who is actually like Thomas Partey to replace him? We have Zubimendi, we have Declan Rice. Do we need another DM, or do we need to go attacking even if Thomas Partey leaves? I want your thoughts. I want your opinions in the comment box below. And Xavi Simons, what are your thoughts? Arsenal might not get Chesko because of the price, but we could get Xavi Simons. It could be a little bit cheaper, and it could be an easier deal for Arsenal to do. So let's start off with that story from The Athletic. They're saying that Arsenal are now closer than ever to announcing the first deals of the summer, and that is Martin Zubimendi and Kepa Arrizabalaga. But they're also saying that after these two announcements, they will now progress to do other deals, especially the centre-forward deal, the left-wing deal, a new centre-back stroke a left-back, and a couple of other players if Thomas Partey leaves. So the first two announcements at Arsenal are coming. That could be next week. I'm anticipating, because Arsenal usually do this, we might see the medicals of Martin Zubimendi done on Monday or Tuesday, and then the official announcement, the media day and everything, pictures and everything will be done like on Thursday and Friday, and then the announcement could come on the 1st of July. I'm anticipating the 1st of July is going to be the day we announce the signing of Martin Zubimendi. And then, of course, we know what Arsenal do. We know how Arsenal roll when it comes to transfers. After the signing of Martin Zubimendi, it's just going to be a few days, just a few days, and then we're going to see Kepa announced as a new Arsenal signing. And the reason as to why Arsenal are trying to do this, they're trying to buy some time for Andre Bata to sign a centre forward. So if you announce Zubimendi on the 1st of July, of course, the fans are going to be excited. They will talk about Martin Zubimendi for 1 or 2, 3 days. And then you announce Kepa maybe within 5 days. That is July the 5th. Then, there is this whole hype. Arsenal have signed 2 players in 5 days. And then after that, we shall get that bomber for a new centre forward. Now, a few reports are saying that Arsenal's transfers are now accelerating. This Sky Sports are saying that, The Guardian is saying that, Gary Jacobs himself has been saying that Arsenal's transfers are now progressing more and faster than ever. Arsenal expect to go and close deals at a quick rate, at a faster rate, because what they've been doing, literally, is understanding deals, understanding structures, and understanding which players are we going to sign and which players are we not going to sign. So deals are progressing. Announcements should be coming in very, very soon for the first 2 deals, and then we should be getting another couple of done deals very soon in July as well. Now, I wanted to talk about this because I've read it somewhere that Arsenal's deals have not been affected by Manchester City, Manchester United, and a couple of other clubs that have decided to do deals early. Liverpool signing Florian Wirtz and signing Milos Kerkez and signing Jeremy Frimpong. They're saying that Arsenal are not affected because the players we want and the players that we want to sign this summer are not among the players that the clubs that are rushing into the market are actually going for. And I was asking myself, is this true? Is it true that the players Manchester City have signed and the players like United have signed and the players that Liverpool have signed were never wanted by Arsenal, were never on the list for players that we wanted to sign at Arsenal? Is this true? If it is true, then there is no cause for panic. We can go and do our deals as planned. But I think Arsenal really like Milos Kerkez, and that deal is not going to happen because he's going to Liverpool. I also think that Arsenal really like Dean Huijsen, but I think with Dean Huijsen, it wasn't about Arsenal not wanting to do the deal early. It was about the player choosing Madrid. So even if the deal was to be done now, I think Dean Huijsen would still choose Madrid. So Dean Huijsen is going to Madrid. I think that is a deal that we really wanted to do. Milos Kerkez, I think we will regret this one. If Arsenal were really thinking about signing Milos Kerkez, we shall regret this one. And then the other deal that I think serious teams are taking away from us is Brian Mbeumo. Because Mikel Arteta, looking at his record of signing Premier League proven players, Brian Mbeumo is a classic example of such a player. And then he's going to go to Manchester United. I think that is our loss. Arsenal should have done the Brian Mbeumo deal. I mean, we might get a better deal. We might get Kudus, that's a better deal. We might get Rodrigo, that's a better deal. Or Rafa Leao, that's a better deal. But still, in my opinion, Arsenal should have acted a little bit quicker in this summer. But Andre Bata and Mikel Arteta are now trying to get quicker resolutions on the deals that we are working with. We don't want a lot of time to be wasted. We have already wasted enough time. Now, Alexander Isak is back in the news. And you know, when it comes to Alexander Isak, we are talking big money, we are talking big teams, and we are talking big competition. So what is the story? The story is coming in from the Mirror, and they're saying that Liverpool and Arsenal are still both very much interested in the signing of Alexander Isak from Newcastle. Newcastle have informed Arsenal and Liverpool, this is according to the Telegraph, that the player will only be available for 150 million. If you don't have 150 million, he's not available to you. Interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And the first thing I want to say about the Alexander Isak deal is, why is it coming back at this time? First and foremost, Liverpool having signed Florian Wirtz for 150 million euros, I don't think Liverpool have so deep pockets for them to spend 150 million euros on Florian Wirtz and then 150 again on Isak, right? I think Liverpool were trying to make a decision. If Isak was available, they would have gone for Isak. But he wasn't available, and therefore they went for Florian Wirtz, who is costing the same amount of money. And also at the same time, Arsenal have moved on. We've moved on. We are now trying to decide between Šeško and Viktor Gyökeres. There is a war literally online among the Arsenal fan base. Is it Šeško for you? Is it Gyökeres for you? So why is the Alexander Isak deal coming back? We were told that Newcastle don't want to sell. We were told that Newcastle don't need to sell. They have enough money this summer, and Isak is not for sale. So why is this story coming back? I don't understand it. But where Arsenal are, can Arsenal really spend 150 million now on Alexander Isak? I don't think so. I really, really don't think so. Because we are being told that Arsenal are working on 5 deals before pre-season. And 5 deals without Alexander Isak, that is 200 million plus. 50 for Martin Zubimendi, 50 for maybe... which left winger is going to cost 50 million? A left winger that's going to cost 50 million? No one. So maybe 60 million or 70 million for Rodrigo. That's about 120. And then you have about 50 or 55 million for Gyökeres. That's about 170 million. We have not talked about the goalkeeper. We've not talked about Gerard Hato. We've not talked about a Thomas Partey replacement. So with Thomas Partey leaving, right? With Thomas Partey leaving, and Arsenal wanting to send a left winger, I don't see how we sign Alexander Isak unless Arsenal are saying we shall lose Thomas Partey and don't send a replacement. We shall keep Martinelli and Trossard and don't sign a left winger. We shall sign only Alexander Isak as a centre forward. Well, that makes sense. 50 million for Gyökeres goes on to Isak. The 70 million for Rodrigo goes on to Isak. And maybe the 30 million or the 35 million that would have signed a replacement for Thomas Partey also goes to sign Alexander Isak. Is that something that Arsenal should do, in my opinion? Absolutely not. We need options. We need more players. We need uh, options in different areas. We need a Thomas Partey replacement. That is non-negotiable. We need a left winger this summer. That is non-negotiable. We need to upgrade in that area. We need a centre forward. Alexander Isak could be that. But for 150 million, Arsenal would have to compromise and compromise on more than just one area. In fact, I tell you this. If Arsenal were to sign Alexander Isak, it would be Isak, Zubimendi, Kepa. That would be our summer. I'm not saying I'm desperate for Arsenal to sign so many players. I'm not desperate. But what I'm saying is, why go for 2-3 players this summer when our biggest problem last summer was injuries and a lack of options? Actually, Julian Timber was talking about his time playing against PSG last season, and he said there was a time where running was painful for me, and I reached a time where just walking is painful for me. I had to go to undergo surgery, but I also still had to play and show up for the team. So if you understand that, you've got to go and get options. I don't care if Mikel Arteta wants another defender, get him. If Mikel wants 2 midfielders, get them. And if he wants 3 forwards, get them. Because injuries are not stopping last summer. And they're not stopping last season. Injuries will haunt this Arsenal side, and they will haunt any Premier League team that is going to play 38 games in the Premier League, about 6 or 7 games in the FA Cup, about 5 or 6 games in the Carabao Cup, and about maybe 10, 12 games in the UEFA Champions League. You're going to need a broader squad, or either you're going to have big problems with big injuries to your big players and very important players. So Alexander Isak, for me, off the table. 150 million off the table. We can do this next summer, right? If Arsenal really feel Alexander Isak is a player that we've got to do, let's do this summer, right? Sign Šeško, sign a left winger, sign Zubimendi, sign another midfielder, and then next summer, just do one deal, Alexander Isak. I will be okay with that. My heart will be content. But for now, Alexander Isak, absolutely, absolutely not. But I would also don't want him to go to Liverpool. This is my problem. Would I rather Alexander Isak says from Newcastle to Liverpool? Liverpool have Salah, they have Florian Wirtz. No, I would rather not. I would rather not see him go to Liverpool. But I would rather not see Arsenal spoil a whole summer just to sign one player. So I don't think he goes to Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool will have that 300 million to splash around on 2 players. And I don't think Arsenal have 150 million for Alexander Isak. But there is something that Arsenal have to work on, and that is Thomas Partey. So Arsenal saying if Partey leaves, there is a chance that we go for an attacking midfielder rather than a defensive midfielder. Genius. Absolutely genius. I love the sound of this. I love the way this is sounding. This is good business, right? Very good business. Arsenal have enough defensive shift, right? If you don't have Partey. Lewis Kelly can play there. Very good at distribution, very good at dribbling, very good at ball transition. Rice, Zubimendi, Mikel Merino, all of them can play there, and Arsenal will be just fine. Maybe not fantastically in a good condition, but will be just fine. But in the attacking midfield sense, with Fabio Vieira maybe coming back, Vieira could come back, right? With Fabio Vieira coming back and Odegaard, let's just add one more player that is that attack-minded. The one-man midfielder that scores goals, creates chances, breaks through the lines, will find your striker any time in any position. Let's go and do that. And Xavi Simmons is among the options. Now, that makes it about 4 or 5 options that Arsenal are looking at in the attacking midfield zone. We've got Warren Zaïre, Xavi Simmons, Morgan Rogers, Morgan Gibbs-White, and Bilal El Khanous. And for me, I don't care who it is. Go and do the deal, and then we can sort it out later. But Xavi Simmons, I like. Can play on the left wing, can play as a number 10, can play as a number 9, as a number 8, sorry, and can also play as a false 9. Very versatile, very young, very talented, has played with Šeško. If you can get Simmons and Šeško, even the better. Now, just an update on the injuries. Jesus, Gabriel, and Timber are all expected to start Arsenal's new season while fully fit. Julian Timber, we don't know the extent of the surgery. We don't know how long the surgery is going to keep him out for. But for the likes of Gabriel and Gabriel Jesus, they should be okay to start the season while Arsenal welcome a couple of new signings.